Yeah. Sorry, bro. We already started the stream and shit, dog.
No,
Fuck
go
it.
ahead. Go. So we live?
Yeah, we live, baby. Say what's up to the
What's up?
people.
What we talking about?
What's up,
What
man?
we talking about?
Hell yeah, bro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the False Prophets podcast. It's me, Phil Risden. We got my boy Manny
What's good? What's
with
good,
me,
everybody? How
and
you doing?
we got everybody's, hometown favorite, Mr. Moxy approved.
Yeah.
What's good?
What's up?
Chilling, man, chilling. Guys, like as you know, I try to put out episodes on Mondays and stuff. Usually around 10 o'clock, I do a little bit of live stream. I know half of you are like, motherfucker, you say it's on Monday and you never put the shit out on Monday. I try, okay. I try, dog. I try. But the reason I'm coming at you on a Tuesday is actually because of what just recently transpired. I don't know if some of you guys got hit with it. I know I definitely got hit with it on the notifications. I got the Google notifications, with a bunch of shit that tells me of my news and everything.
Yeah.
Half the time it's insulting because these niggas think my news is just about anime and superheroes. But I saw one thing that I found very, very concerning, and that is something that I've talked about before. It's about Black Lives Matter, aka BLM, not using their money in the correct way. They're not using their money in the correct way, and this is something that I'm not the first one to talk about. And to be quite honest with you, I wasn't always the first one on board. Okay, there's been a lot of things that have happened, with black people and young black men in particular, but young black women as well, being victimized by police and other race-related things as well. And Black Lives Matter has kind of been the poster child for that whole entire thing. And while this is all happening, we all got swept up in the emotions of it. At least I did. I can only talk for myself, but at least I did. Where it's just like, fuck it, burn it down. All this shit needs to change. But there wasn't enough people questioning where the donations and where the money was going. And I've been kind of tracking this for a very long time, people. Because after a while, I think actually, if I'm being honest, I would say Moxy Approved might have been one of the first people to kind of say those things to me and be like, yo, where are they putting this money that everybody seems to be talking about, so much, what are they actually doing with this money? Moxy was one of those people. Comedian Phil Hunt was one of those people as well, talking about that. And I think for a long time it got seen as kind of a gesture against black women, if I'm being honest, because Black Lives Matter is a black woman fueled advocacy group. Although I believe it did start with a man, or at least one of the founders was male, who eventually got cut out. But it was one of those things where if somebody would say that to me, where's the money going? It would kind of make my hair stand up. It was a bit of a dog whistle. It was one of those things where I was just like, they're just hating. And they're just mad that these people are trying to do things. But you know what? I've seen the light. Lord God, I have seen the light. And these bitches are spending this money all over the place, doing all sorts of crazy shit. It really, and it's a damn shame, because you know what, black advocacy is a real thing that we need, especially in this new time that I like to call the oppression Olympics.
Yeah.
Where there's a million different types of people advocating for a million different types of things, and none of it has to do with niggas ever. Which is so suspicious. It's kind of crazy. It's just like how music went. You know what I mean? Where it's like, we made all the bass lines, we made all the riffs, and then these motherfuckers just take it and create their own like little shit and tell black people that they can only make soul music and fucking rap. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, our shit is the foundation for all of it, and that's
Praise Elvis for it.
exactly. And that's how a lot of like civil unrest and a lot of advocacy groups started. They looked at the civil rights movement. You know what I mean? They looked at, people like Nelson Mandela, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. They looked at all those people, and that was the blueprint that they went with. And now a lot of times we're the ones getting pushed out of those groups. And to see this group of black women, create a group that's supposed to be for us, and then lining their pockets with this money that is basically white guilt money. If we're talking the truth of it, you know what I mean? I personally haven't ever donated to Black Lives Matter, but there are some black people that did. But if we're being real, the amount of money that is being put into Black Lives Matter is from white hands, and it should be. But the fact of the matter that you're using that money in order to line your pockets by $1 million homes, which have already been verified and confirmed.
Exactly.
You know,
which wasn't even reported. Supposedly now they're gonna report it in May.
Oh, how?
Because supposedly we knew about this since 2019. Like, so why they haven't reported to the IRS at all?
Really?
So now in May of 2022, now they're saying like, yeah, we're gonna definitely report that. We were just waiting. Like,
of course,
the house for creative content, and all this other stuff. But like, I haven't seen a TikTok video yet coming up from that crib.
No, I haven't seen. They're acting like they're a goddamn incubator. I haven't seen one viral video. I haven't seen Logan Paul guest star on one fucking podcast with any of these fucking women.
Dance move coming up.
Yeah. I haven't seen one Negro shuffle go viral. Okay, I haven't seen one.
Oh man.
And it really is a goddamn shame. I mean, it really does. And I know, like, usually I'm on here, you'll see me with a lot of different, more like radical comedians and shit. And we talk about deep shit, but we also bust a lot of balls. Yeah. You know? And that's what we're here for. That's the whole point of the podcast. But this is something that is very, very fucking serious, and it bothers the shit out of me. And it's something that you can never really, really talk about.
Right. And it's sad, to tell you the truth, because like I remember when I first started like remembering about like, oh yeah, I could donate this here, donate this there. You know, I never knew about these spots. Like the first one that I actually donated to was like the whole Clinton one where they started helping Haiti or some shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
After that, they only built like 11 houses.
Built 10 houses and put Wyclef in charge of them all.
And then everybody like, what the fuck is this? And I'm just like, and that was just $5. But you know, $5, that's like, come on, $5 will take you somewhere in New York City.
That's true. Yeah.
But it's just like, damn, man, I just lost a Metro card because of these motherfuckers. Like,
no,
that's why it's hard to like. Listen, I was always down with BLM, you know, for the cause and everything, you know. But then I was always iffy because it's true. Everyone should have that question: where does the money go? What percentage does like the organization get, and what percentage actually, you know, goes to like the victims or whatnot? Supposedly, I was reading that like the family of George Floyd got like bare minimum of what like. Her camera guy, the director, who's her cousin, got like 2.1 mil.
Oh yeah, we gonna go in,
pushing
bro.
Forward, but like, you know, it's sad.
It's a fact,
you know? And it's just it's disgusting. Like these families should like look at these organizations and just all organizations and really question. Like supposedly they're like in their about pages and the websites, like they have like this information there, but not a lot of people know that.
Yeah,
you know? People just donate a couple of dollars. And then, like, you know, they feel good about themselves, but in reality, who's using that?
Exactly, and I think that's just such a big deal. I think that's a real thing. It's just who's using this money, you know what I mean? And it's over and over again. You hear the families of these victims over time telling you that they haven't been compensated in any sort of way, and it's not necessarily like, yo, your son gets killed, you deserve to get a check. It's not like that. Right. What they're saying is that like these people are trying to get justice by like using different lawyers and this, that, and the third, and you would think that BLM would be trying to finance that, but what seems to be happening is that they just decide that these people are often on their own, and not even just that. BLM has chapters all over the country, and I believe even in some other countries as well too. And these chapters, in Europe, and like these chapters are the ones that are actually struggling the hardest. I would say, you know, it's not that BLM as a entire name is stealing all this money. It's these founders at the very top lining their pockets with it. There's people all over the place in all these different sites. Across the country where black violence has happened, and they're there to step up for it. And they use the name with black, of BLM, and they're not being compensated. They're not being given money for materials. Often stuff has to be paid for from their own pocket.
Yeah, there's people that actually have jobs, man. They have jobs, and they're like taking the time off because they want to actually protest something that's happening. Yeah. You know? Like it's real funky, man. Like they should be disgusted, man. It's like I don't know how these women are gonna get out of this one, you know. And I'm not. Listen, I support all women. I'm a man of color myself, you know. Might not look like it, but I'm Latino, I'm Dominican and stuff like that. But it's just like, like it be your own sometimes.
Yeah.
You hear that phrase all the time, and it's just like, God dang, man, we just got a slice of the pie.
I know.
And that's it.
And
Y'all
we're
fucking
already
it up for
tearing each
everybody.
other up.
Yeah, like come on, like I don't know how the hell they're gonna escape from this one.
Yeah.
Yo, just look at the digits. Like,
Bro.
the digits itself. I think Dave Chappelle warned us in that one comedy. I think it was 846.
Mm-hmm.
When he was talking about it, he was like, yeah, they're run by feminists.
Yeah.
And, sometimes these,
Feminists don't care about niggas, if we're being honest. I'll just say that. I'll cut that right out there.
Sure. These women already got away with it. What you mean?
They cut out
They
the
already
dude,
got
right?
away with it.
They kick homeboy out.
Well,
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's the thing,
about
too.
it is, if there was going to be any type of jail time, we would be reading this along with that. We would be reading,
Yeah.
the FBI knocked on the door of, Black Lives Matter member, blah, 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 and her, and they raided this. Nah, you just see them numbers. They got a way to as far as for the IRS, they got a way to explain all of this. But to everybody else, come on now. Ain't no 501c supposed to be operated like this. Like these bitches right now probably love listening to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nah, it's
With a
Listen to that
4.6 and
Lemonade
a
album.
4.2 dogs. Like, yeah.
Damn,
My
man.
car costs about $100,000 more than yours, dogs. Like
yeah.
that's the type of shit they can say right now. Explosion.
Yeah, and I think it's also too. It's one of those things that I feel like people rarely talk about, but yeah, I've brought it up a couple times in my podcast where it's just like a lot of these people who are in these picket lines and stuff for Black Lives Matter don't actually like black people, especially not black men. A lot of these people are like white female feminists who feel uncomfortable by black men. If you were to go to any George Floyd protests, you would have saw a sea of white women who would have hated that nigga if he was alive.
Yeah.
And-
I went to the first one, and it looked like a whole bunch of gentrifiers, man. The first one I was up in Brooklyn.
I
After
thought it was
that, I
January
like,
6th
man,
before
I
it
don't-
actually happened.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I don't ever want to be involved in none of this shit. I want to sit in the sidelines and watch this shit because them bitches was like destroying shit and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen this before.
And now that just goes on to the black community's tab of all the other things that we've done. Where meanwhile it was them doing it in their fucked up way of trying to support us and whatever that means. And again, it's like that's the way that the corruption with Black Lives Matter I think can continue, is because they don't really care where we're putting the money. You know what I mean? They just want to give the money and feel like they're doing something. You know? So now it just doesn't really matter. And there's black women in charge. So they're just like, cool, perfect. Yeah.
They're the face of it. If you go on the history of Black Lives Matter, and if anybody listen to this, you ain't got to think of this as a conspiracy. Go to Snopes.com.
Shit is real.
Type in, did George Soros fund Black Lives Matter? And what you're going to see is going to say not true or false. It's going to say sort of. But it's not that simple. That's what it says on Snopes. Pretty much foundation that was founded by George Soros funded Black Lives Matter. So when you say George Soros funded it, you can't directly say that because his company funded it. And it's like, shut the fuck up. George Soros funded it, man.
No, that's a
so-
fact. And you know what the thing is though, and again, this is me kind of just, egg on my face a little bit, where you had brought that up. And other people had brought that up too. I was watching Lord Jamar and Vlad. He was talking about all that shit as well too. And that was one thing where, I had definitely kind of disagreed in the sense where, like, even if he does, like, is funding it or trying to fund a lot of it, that's fine, because it was just like, even though he's not black, he's Jewish. They went through some things. He was like a Holocaust like survivor or whatever, and he was maybe trying to pay it forward for people who had been oppressed. And if things had gone right, I think I would have still felt that way. But the simple fact that even the money that he's giving them, they're just still using not to cause the betterment of black people, is where I see the problem. And you're right. I mean, that is a chink in the armor in a sense. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it is supposed to be us funding these things. It is supposed to be us getting, hitting the ground running, and there's still somebody behind it kind of pulling all the strings. So It's
well, you know,
it's
some
tough.
shit ain't people running a protest. None of that of it is ever legit. You can tell when it's legit when the founder or the spokesperson of it dies. Look at every protest for Black people that was actually making a difference. The
Yep.
person that put it together or the spokesperson of it died.
Yeah. Yeah. People even say MLK was soft, and they caught that nigga right in the head. So, so it's true. I think you're absolutely fucking right, man. And listen, to also too, man. I just want to say this as you know, a person who's broke as fuck. I'm a fan of people doing illegal shit. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of niggas stealing money, and if you hustle. But don't lie and act like your hustle is the good thing and it's going to be helping out the good thing, and you're really just a no good hustler. You know what I mean? If you're going to rock the gold tooth, rock the gold tooth.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Say it with your chest. But all this extra shit, man, and that's the real problem of it. Is like you're selling people peace. You're selling them peace of mind. You're selling them empathy. You're trying to give empathy to all these people. Now you have us looking dumb in front of these white people too.
Yeah.
Hell
Because
yeah.
Sorry, go on. What's up?
Finish what you're saying.
I'm saying you got us looking dumb in front of these white people as a fact, because like, you know, for every one fucking liberal kid who leaves Iowa and fucking goes to New York City, there's a whole family that he leaves behind who still doesn't believe any of the shit that he believes. Right. And they think like, oh, the only reason Black people are in this shit is because they tear each other apart and they're the main cause of everything that ever goes on. And you know what? People are people, so there is some truth to that, to violence and criminality and everything, but a lot of it is systematic. So when you have these women doing what they're doing right now, it proves everything that those people in Iowa are talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It proves, it goes, they're meant to live like this because they had an actual chance to get out of it, and look what happened.
And they fucked up, and it's tainting the name. That's what it is.
Exactly.
You have like
you're right.
that do that shit, man. You taint the fucking name. Like, bro, if you want to do that shit, start your own organization, and that's it. But BLM was a major impact.
Yeah.
On the U.S., like a major impact. Now you're gonna like see people just walking around like, I thought Black Lives Matter. What happened with that?
Exactly.
They're gonna take it like they take this shit like it's a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, those people are people that's uneducated, man. When you really look at the history of stuff, this is not. I mean, they put this stuff right in front of our face. There's a movie called Promised Land with Matt Damon. I'm not gonna give it away. That's a movie that everybody need to watch. I'm just gonna say the summary of it is these people control both sides. Like, go back to what we talked about earlier. George Soros is the one that really funded this and started it up. Black Lives Matter, a white guy. Look at the NAACP. Do y'all know who started up?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. White people, yeah.
White people started that up. Has the NAACP really made any change for us?
Nope.
They gave
Not a
Donald
one.
Sterling.
They elected a Rachel Dolezal, so that's something.
Right. They gave Donald Sterling. A lifetime achievement award.
Black, right?
They had a history.
She's part of the community.
Sorry, go on, Moxy. My bad. Yeah, we cut you.
I want to say they appreciate it. They appreciated Rachel Dolezal for trying to be one of us. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They gave her a participation trophy, you know?
I gotta see her Instagram. Right. I went to her Instagram the other day, and she made a book about hair, like about her curly hair and shit. I'm like, bitch, you're still white. Like,
you're still white.
Like,
yo, fuck what you saying though.
Go ahead,
Rachel Dolezal is thick as hell, man.
Yo,
I would fuck the shit out of Rachel.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of niggas that would fuck the shit out of her.
Don't get me wrong.
That's the catch-22 of Rachel Dolezal's existence.
That's it.
Is that she is white, she was transracial, but niggas will still tear her up.
You gotta close your eyes and just be like, she's black. She's black.
And she from Seattle. She doing anal the first night.
This nigga crazy, bro. He's talking.
Oh man! All right, back to politics.
Yeah, right here for real, dog. Nah, but bro, this shit is crazy, man. I mean, like, you know, I'm watching this, and then I'm watching, you know, the Young Thug fucking like Rico breakdown, and I'm like, this bitch needs to be in there instead of Thug. Fuck that shit. This nigga, he was killing people, but he gave us bars. You know what I mean? But he gave us bars.
He gonna have to put that dress to use.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be putting that dress to use when he get caught with that Rico, dog. I'm not even gonna front.
Hell yeah.
I'm not even gonna front.
Really
but
gonna be pushing that P.
yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
Be like young Thug, put that dress on tonight. It's Friday, nigga. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, they're trying to say he's a gang leader. I'm like, bro, you lock that nigga up. He's not gonna be no gang leader no more, bro. It's gonna be the leader of penis. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad in there. Oh boy. But there's a whole thing though where it's just like, yo, like, there's all this shit going down. You see black people get taken down for all sorts of shit, whether it's illegal or non-illegal or whatever. And now these people are just still out here at the top of everything. You can't tell me that, Hillary Clinton wouldn't want to shake hands with any of these people.
Yo, dude. There was an article that I read that they were lobbying politicians to take basically to impeach Trump, but they got into the fucking White House, spoke to these individuals.
Oh yeah,
they spoke to senators and all this other shit, and they were lobbying already. So these women, they already knew what they were fucking doing.
They already
They're
fucking
like, okay, I bought a house. What else can I do with this shit?
Yeah.
Yo, if you can't tell me, they probably received like 100 M's, 100 mil. And they probably only like donated to George Floyd's family like a couple of thousands and shit like that. Oh, we'll pay for the funeral costs. Oh, her daughter. Oh, let's do something for her college tuition. What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, a doctor. Oh, a doctor in your nearest school is like what, like 90 grand. So let's put 90 grand extra. Yeah. And that's it.
And that's a fact.
With that extra bread. Let's say if it was 2 mil, that extra bread, where does it go? In their pockets.
Yep.
Into the new house, into the new car, into the baby daddy who got like $940K.
Bro, they paid him like almost $1 million. Yeah, bro, $940K, bro.
I think that was her brother that they gave $840K.
No, they gave her brother $745. And
$745, yeah.
Yeah, and they
gave. Was fat. He was for security. Like, she told that nigga go. Yo, she told that nigga go stand by the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yo, Sam, you're security now. You know what I mean? They hooked him up with a bag.
The baby daddy got $970,000.
Yes.
For creative services.
Creative services.
What the fuck does that mean? The brother got like
this nigga brought fruit snacks to the meetings. And now, he do craft services. Now, this nigga got to shine. Now he's a millionaire.
Macaroni pictures.
Yeah, exactly. He's serving out chicken fingers and french fries to everybody. And, you know what I mean?
Niggas get rich, they get extra fat. He all extra fat now. He was like 9 months ago or some Biggie shit. Like,
yeah, bro. You seen it. He got the gut, bro. He got he's been eating good. He's been eating good, bro.
Definitely eating good.
And yeah, this is the whole fucking issue. And I think it gives way into an even larger issue, if I'm being honest, about charities in general not being set up correctly.
Yep.
And just like as a whole, because you hear constant things like American Red Cross, not using their money in the same way that they're supposed to be using their money and shit like that. And you really it's like Black Lives Matter is not the only one. They're just the only black one.
Yeah. They're
just the only black centric one. I can guarantee you that these women had probably been in advocacy for a very long time.
Right.
Already, and just knew how things go, and they probably don't even think they're doing a bad thing. They probably just seen it happen so much that it's normalized to them.
Yeah.
In a sense, we're like, all right, so we get $2 million, but I keep 600 of that for myself. Yeah. Like,
once they learn about the cuts, once you learn about what Red Cross gets, once you learn about like what all these organizations
and how much they actually give to the people,
I think Red Cross only give like 20% out.
Bro, they don't give shit.
And then like I'm probably wrong, but like I know it's like dirt fucking low.
Bro, they don't give shit.
That's what happened.
That's the exact
money corrupts motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, man.
Once they got that cheddar, forget about it.
Nigga, fuck selling crack. If you want to make money, start a charity, dog. Start a charity, dog. Shit, tell people you're helping niggas.
I gotta pay rent pretty soon. I'm about to fucking start some shit.
Yeah, right.
Get Young Thug out of jail.
Y'all already got most of it down, man. Like these charities, they all be doing this. The thing about Black Lives Matter, to be honest with you, it's just a nigga version of the shit that's already going down. Meaning that these niggas is lazy. They didn't. I'm pretty sure if they talked to people from the Red Cross, they would have showed them how to, get away with this a little bit better.
Yep.
These bitches did it all lazy. Like, hey, I'm gonna give you my brother
They know how to cover that
$740,000, and it's for security. All
Yep.
right? And it's like, come on, man. People are gonna see that and look at it a certain type of way. Why not create another company that your brother's friend is in charge of?
Exactly.
Get a brother's friend $30,000,
Come on, man.
and then
Give
you
the
know what I'm
secrets
saying?
away, bro.
Yeah, right.
We gotta pay rent.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you want to start a charity, bro? I'm starting a charity for black content creators called YouTube Approved. Me and Moxy coming together.
YouTube approved. She gonna get shadow banned the first month.
Yeah, right. Already gone. Already gone. That's how this shit go. But nah, bro. It's getting to this point, and I think I don't know. I think a lot of people really need to start asking themselves, like, how do we advocate for black people and just like, minorities like black and Hispanic people too without this? Like, is this just the necessary evil? Like, is the cut always going to be taken? And like, if not, like, how do we change that?
Right.
Because I'll be honest with you, I have no fucking idea, bro. I have no fucking idea. Like, we've been raised in the era of charities and this, that, and the third. I have no other. The only thing, there's either charities or there's 15-year-old TikTok millionaires that go around to give niggas free shit. I don't know anything else but that.
Man, the next charity organization that's gonna be for real and work is gonna happen during the EMP strike. Where there ain't when niggas got to barter and shit, where ain't no real money going around and shit like that. When niggas is really, really trying to be free on some shit. As long as there's currency around, you know what I mean? Look, man, people got their head pushed back over this shit.
Yeah.
So, so these people ain't really trying to make no change. They're trying to get paid. We just all up in their business. We the nosy ones.
Yeah.
We're just mad because they got
business,
it.
nigga.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
We advocates here.
Yeah. Hey, if I can get a nice little $1 million mansion, I mean, shit. But no, it's a fact though.
Yeah.
But it's like weird. Like, I even heard Candace Owens is making a documentary about Black Lives Matter, and what's so sad about it is that I hate this bitch, but she's going to be right.
Yeah.
Nobody like her, and that's why she got to be the one in the forefront to do it, because it ain't gonna get no traction.
Exactly.
And everybody gonna be looking at it like, "Fuck you, bitch! Look at your husband."
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if we're talking about Candace Owens, I have a theory that her hair is terrible, on purpose in order to piss off black women. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've never seen a black woman with such terrible like, she looks like she was, born into a biracial, like her father is white, her mom was black, and her mom passed away, and her dad's just been a widow braiding her hair throughout her whole life. Like, this bitch has no idea.
that's funny.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to do black women's hair, but this bitch really don't know how to do black women's hair. I've never seen nothing like it. It has to be a plot.
College.
She had to be paid by George Soros to wear hair like that.
Hey, did y'all go to college?
What'd you say?
College?
Yeah, I went to college a little bit. I dropped out though.
Well, y'all might not know this, but y'all might not get this one. But she just that one black bitch in them all white girl fraternities. You see the all white girl fraternities, and they have one black broad.
Yes.
Like, that's Candace Owens. You be like, how the fuck you get in there? They don't accept no black women. Like,
And she was like, I hate niggas
that's
too.
her. Yeah, pretty much. Like,
what's up, girl? What's up? I mean, her name's Candace. I've never met another.
That's not even her real name.
Yeah, right. It probably is Shaniqua. She probably.
Lashana.
Yeah, right. This bitch used to be.
Shout out to all you black queens. I love y'all.
She used to be the blackest bitch at the Players Club, and then she shaved her head. She had one bad night, shaved her head, and walked into the ocean when it was reborn. It's Candace. That bitch was reborn as Candace.
The moon came out.
Yeah, it was a full moon.
Came out floating.
Nigga, you know it was a full moon, dog. That bitch levitated into a white man's bed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Sad, man.
But what do you think? Yeah, what do you think is going to be the future of this charity stuff? Because I think we did really hit the nail on the head where the Black Lives Matter thing. It's a symptom of the charity world. It's not simply Black Lives Matter. Like, do you have any ideas? What do you think aside from the EMP shit?
I think it's probably going to be honest with you, another one going to start up. But I don't think there's like. This is the thing with it. As long as they out there killing niggas, and there's nobody out there that's stepping up on a organization that they approve of, they're always gonna, because it's really about news coverage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm up here, y'all. I know you know this, Phil, but I'm right now. I'm up here in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up here.
Shout out to Buffalo and everything that happened, man, for real.
Yeah, and I just been watching. I've been on the ground up here, like actually, like, you know what I mean, around the people, and I've been seeing like different groups coming up here, and it's like I'm looking at the news coverage, and they're not showing 75% of people that show up. They got a group up here that's from Atlanta called I believe they called the Don't Fuck Around Gang or something like that. It's like Muslims, it's like Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
And they come legally strapped.
Yeah.
And
Muslims
like you kind of felt it.
Yeah,
it's all
black
that.
Israelites.
Yeah, I know that. But like they fused together.
Yeah, nigga.
They hate each other in New York, bro.
They found an alliance, bro.
That's crazy.
They both hate the white man enough. You know.
They fuse with the color. It's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck all that. So it's like they was up here, legally strapped and all that. You kind of tell the scene, the cops didn't feel comfortable, and it's like they're not really getting no coverage. So they're not really legit in the eyes of people, but they're real. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like what's gonna happen if people get upset with them and they don't accept them, another group is gonna come out that's going to take the place of them, but the covering is going to be better. It's going to be like, okay, this is how they fucked up. Their paperwork was wrong. You see what I'm saying?
I feel
Let's not make our paperwork wrong. You know what I mean? Let's get our paperwork right. All right, let's let you run it. You still stay in the hood, but we'll find another way to recompensate you. Right. But when you follow they say follow the money. When you follow the money, it's going to lead back to some white elite people. You know what I mean? And they're not going to really be making change, I just feel like as long as this is America, black people, we ain't going to never, right now, we're not even number one as far as on the list of things that need to change in this country.
Oh, yeah.
It's transgenders. Transgenders done took that spot now.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's like 150 of them in the country, but it's like...
And they're like, first priority, nigga.
They first priority. Priority. You see what I'm saying? So it's like after them, it's the Asians.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And they already got their own hate crime bill. That was quick. That was dumb crazy. Quick, too.
The George Floyd Act wasn't passed at all.
Yeah.
But then now, I'm not trying to discriminate against anybody, but I'm just trying to say.
No, it's a fact.
It's a fact, though.
Please speak on it.
The Asians got the shit before us.
Yeah.
The trans community got the shit before anybody. It's just like, goddamn, like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I think there's something to it where it's just like with America, when it comes to like black people and stuff, I think there's like this whole energy of they've been treating black people so wrong for so long that they don't want to fully admit to it. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's a fear to it, but there's also an arrogance to it.
What's the fear though? Like
the fear to it is the fear that they've always had, that we're gonna revolt and kill everybody because they think we're secretly stronger and this, that, and the third, and we're gonna impregnate all the women and this, that, and the fucking third. It's all.
I mean, we lightweight doing some of that. We are. We is fucking a bitches. Like,
low key though, right? Low-key.
Yeah, I mean they're not wrong.
We low key are, like, you know what I
mean. They're not wrong, but you know what I mean, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, are we bad for that? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Get them snow bunnies.
I mean, it's like how many white dudes have fucked some fucking black chick or whatever. It's like, bro, I mean, we're in a multicultural country. That's just how things go. But that's how everybody else gets to do that. But with black people, they see it as us imposing our will against them. You know what I mean?
Like this. Right. I'd never get mad seeing a white dude with a big booty black chick, because it's like, A, I know his shit gonna end up just as bad as our shit ended up with the broad, and B, I know they doing nothing but anal.
We didn't have a counter in this bitch.
yo, ask a big booty black chick why white dudes want to do anal sex. She'll tell you. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're like, But that's the whole thing, man. I like, yeah, bro. You never really get like too upset at any of that stuff. Like, but I think that's where it comes from, and also too, like, they're afraid. Like, has told the rest of the world that America is built on like white people coming together and banding together and being just so good at everything that America's great. You know, and we all know that not to be true, but they still kind of have that in writing. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the world kind of knows that's not true now. You ain't hear how Putin be speaking lately?
They
it's
still,
like,
yeah.
It's like your run is over.
They
Like,
still
you know
know. They still know it's not true, but at the same time, it's like they don't want to admit that to themselves. And if they actually start doing
they
things
don't
like
want you to
paying,
say it.
yeah, they don't want you to actually say it. They don't want their children to say it and believe it. They don't want, like, you know what I mean? They want to indoctrinate their kids with the same bullshit and then wait till they get to college before their mind is decoded. You know what I mean? They don't want them to be born, go to school, and then hear that from a teacher at like 10 years old. Yeah, your daddy ain't shit. They don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? And I think that's where it all stems from, bro. They don't want to give these reparations. Bro, my family is not from America. I would not get reparations, but they still need to give them to black people. Mm-hmm. I'm still for it, bro. It's insane. Simply because there would be more black people of potential wealth. You know what I mean? Who be able to, like, you know, step up and do different things and start different businesses and that. And because of that, then blackness wouldn't always be associated with poverty or disorganization and all that shit. So there could be another nigga from fucking Jamaica who come out here, you know what I mean? And it would be just fine. Whereas now another nigga from Jamaica comes out here and he might not think he's the same from any old African American, but some cop stops him. Right. Yeah. I saw the new one, actually, rich wigger, white wigger. Yeah, that shit is fire.
The one where they
man, fuck all that. Y'all see that episode with Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, though. Kevin Samuels episode.
The one I'm talking. All the like white people were just like, oh shit, like they're trying to look at their 23
lineage,
like, oh shit, I'm like 2% Cambodian, like from the Congos or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
Like what was it? Like,
it was fucking funny, man. It was just hilarious. But that actually, I understand now what you're saying, because, you know, I'm thinking back on that episode. Like, yeah, it's probably is like their fear that you know, people of color are actually gonna succeed and actually be somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like, instead of like, oh shit, our plan has failed, like we can't keep
pulling out the foundation of black people and discrediting how smart they can be, how industrious they can be. And I say can because I feel like, truth be told, like, yeah, certain people are born with a certain level of IQ, but a lot of it's based on potential in the places that you're put in. You know what I mean? You can be the smartest nigga in the hood. You know who you're gonna be? Fucking Big Meech. You're not gonna be fucking, you know, fucking George Washington Carver. You're not gonna be Warren Buffett. You're not gonna be any of those people.
Nah, they consider you somebody else. Like, where'd you get that money from?
Yeah, because smart niggas. Here's the thing: if you're really smart, you see yourself as, I think, truthfully, like, as someone who deserves more. And a person who deserves more, if you're in this place where it's like you either work at fucking McDonald's, you do this, or you can make money mad fast. And the people who make money mad fast are actually kind of dumb. And you're the smartest nigga around. Like, all right, and I'm used to rough shit. Let me take all these niggas shit, and that's what happens. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, a lot of the kingpins and shit like that, and like just prison is full of like black, very smart black industrious people. Yeah. That's the reason why it's set up like that. It's there to take the Warren Buffetts of the world and put them in timeout, right? So they can't actually exist and affect the culture and community.
Well, I have nothing against, especially like the ones, the bigger the drug dealer you are in jail, the more, like, I ain't gonna say I admire you, but the more I feel like I will want to pick your brain.
Yeah, I admire that shit. I'll say it, nigga. I'll put that on wax. I'll admire. I
ain't gonna do that, man. They done made a lot of crack babies, man.
I was scared.
It's the business. It's the business part of it that I would like to talk to them about.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, them guys are good at branding and distribution.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now, it's a lot of other shit about it, because it's like, you know, I got family members that's turned out from that shit. That's the bad part of the game. Mm-hmm. It's like motherfuckers that really could have, you know, I have a brother that has a lot of potential, that my whole adult life, I've seen this dude take crack. And now he's to the point where he weighs probably like 99 pounds and is like not too, right. Like this man is like, you know, Cambodian size right now. You know what I'm saying? He fly like an eagle. You know what I mean? It's like I don't.
That's crazy.
You know, Godfather, Harlem,
Right.
Breaking Bad, The Wire. Like, I'm addicted to those shows because, you know, Snowfall, because it's just like, number one, I like, you know, a man, but also a black man, like doing whatever he has to do to get what he needs, especially in this world of America. It's something that is kind of, it's a win. It's a win, and you feel it like in your bones. It's like, all right, he's willing to do it. It's cool, man. And like, you think about it, it's like, oh, these niggas brag about Elon Musk and this, that, and the third. But there's like mad Elon Musks like in jail, dog.
Yeah.
Like in jail. And they've only known
smart.
violence their whole lives.
Yeah.
And that's why they can't do certain things.
Yeah.
But like, they're mad smart. You know what I mean? And if you put them in like the regular stock market, you put them in the regular economy, bro, they would beat so many of those other fucking people.
Right.
Well, if you
know?
make drugs legal, they would, which is another reason why they would never make it legal. They found a black market that can get hired and distributed. And they wait till they get to a certain level of distributing it. Some of them they get the small time ones, but then they go and arrest them, and they're just arresting their employees. That's all they're doing. You know, so as a person, that I'm the only one from my family that has not tampered on a high level of selling or using that shit. You know, I've seen that face forward. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like a lot of these guys, when you really get deep into it, I don't watch half these TV shows because it's a redundant story for myself. You know what I mean? I'm tired of all these crack movies and all that. Not only have I seen a lot of them, but I've seen like my own family members get taken down from it. And the thing that I've noticed that's an ongoing pattern of this shit, even to this day, is a lot of times the bigger you get, the more that these people's plugs are FBI informants.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna do no time for
or actual FBI like agents and shit, man. All sorts of crazy shit. I mean, that's what Snowfall and the whole Ricky Ross, all that shit is about.
Yeah.
It's like the U.S. government.
Snowfall, but I know the story of Rick Ross. That's his story. Is that they literally put people on him that the people that was on him should be going to jail, but that wasn't the point. They was on him so that him and the people beneath him will go to jail off the shit.
Exactly.
We'll let you know that it's really about arresting us.
Exactly.
It's not about actually getting drugs off the street.
No, it's not. I mean, even bounty on the two main distributors of fentanyl, you know, right now, $42 million. Yeah. So 21.
Hey, where that motherfucker at?
Yeah, right. I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well guarded. I'll tell you right now.
I want to start taking that shit and like start following the money all the way to where they are at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's a fact. And bro, I feel like the reason they're doing that, because I've never seen that before with any drug dealer. I think the reason they're doing that is because, like you said, the U.S. government is a part of the black market, and fentanyl is fucking up their black market.
Yeah.
People makes mad fucking money. Now niggas is afraid of cocaine now. You know what I mean? Because people want to cut it. They want to do other shit. Or they're not even cutting the cocaine, but they're cutting their heroin. But they have cocaine over here, heroin over here, and some weed in the middle. And they're just sprinkling shit, and a couple drops get on everything else. And meanwhile, somebody smokes a blunt or sniffs a line, and they just die.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that some states, they're kind of like, they're making like hard drugs legal, but they're saying basically like you can go to these facilities, drugs, you know, like drug addicts or whatever, and it's just like nurses there just monitoring you at the whole entire time. So basically like that's what's gonna happen. Like, you know, the U.S. is losing out on money, but they're gonna start coming up with these, oh shit, Sweden is doing this, let me bring it over here. You know, that type of shit.
I mean, I also I hope it'll go that way. But I think, you know, kind of what Moxy was saying is I don't think it ever will, because too many black people have a stranglehold on the criminal underworld, to be quite honest. Black and Hispanic people. Like, it's black people that distribute it here, Hispanic people who distribute it from other countries, selling it to the world. You know what I mean? And because of that, like, once white people got out of the underground crime era, they turned everything up to 11. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like once these Italians got out of it, they're like, oh, we gonna get every nigga out here. Yep. We gonna get you for every fucking. I mean, they coming at Thug, bro. Yeah. They coming at Thug, dog.
Man, it's Thug.
They coming at Thugger, dog.
We gotta start an organization.
Shit is real.
Yeah, it's real, man.
So so I don't really know where all this shit goes, man. And I mean,
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't feel sorry for no goddamn Young Thug.
I don't, but I'm just saying,
You feel you wore the dresses, you got everything that you can get out of Hollywood, and you still choose to go out like that and bang, nigga. Whatever you get after this, that's what you deserve for fucking with them white people anyway, nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That.
Like,
I feel that.
That's what you get anyway, man. I don't feel nothing about that nigga.
No,
you know what I mean? No offense. I ain't pro Young Thug or anti Young Thug. I'm niggas getting what they get in. Now they gotta get out of what they gotta get out of. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me though, nigga. The nigga did everything that you have to do in Hollywood to make it. Everything.
That's a fact.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? All you had to do was stay away from shit. Let's say that you ain't the most popping right now. Okay, chill back and live. Put your shit. Come on, man.
I say that just to say, because, obviously, like, Thug got into this predicament because he was just moving stupid. And that goes for everybody. It's not just even, like, famous people, like that we see on TV. Because there's people that we don't see on TV who are not famous, but they're making money. And they're still, like, doing this. Yo, get the fuck out of the game.
Yeah.
The game ain't for you no more. Just stop it. Bobby Shmurda just literally was on Hot 97, and he told Funkmaster Flex, or I think Sway in the Morning. He was just like telling everybody like, yo, once you get it, don't go back to the hood. It makes no sense.
It's done.
You're already sitting on a couple of M's. Like, stop.
Yeah. And that's a man who spent 5 years in jail over
on.
this shit,
like
over a rap lyric.
This dude now that
he dancing real fruity now though.
To basically fuck him over more.
And Thug got the dirtiest rap lyrics.
Come on, man.
It's all about killing niggas, killing this person, doing that, doing this, and so I mean, he made his bed. He made his bed.
It's stupid, man. Like these young motherfuckers too. Like I don't even listen to like this new age rap shit. Yeah, but I'm not I'm not old, but like still like this new age. All I hear is drugs and killing them. Dog, like shut the fuck up. That's why I'm happy Kendrick Lamar came out. But like it's just stupid. Like. I hear Charlamagne say it on the Breakfast Club all the time, like, yo, stop rapping about what you're living.
Yeah.
Because they're going to fuck you over one day.
Rap about what you lived, not what you're living.
Rap about what I lived and just what you're getting.
That's a key difference, dog.
Come on, man. Learn from Jay-Z.
Hey,
Learn
man,
from, like, the big
Charlamagne
dogs
got
that
a lot of...
What you say?
Charlamagne has a lot of information to pass, man. Always listen to a nigga that raped the bitch and got away with it.
And he's bold about it too. He's
other stuff. He got cleared from it, man. It's just somebody trying to get like.
No, he said that niggas took advantage of it.
Listen
Phil. Tell this nigga Phil.
But that's I mean I will say like he did get away with it. I mean I don't know if he did or didn't whatever, but he's definitely dancing on the grave of that court case. You know what I mean?
With his own words, though.
That's it.
Own words.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I've heard him on a lot of different podcasts and be like, saying a lot of incriminating things. Where it's like, if they didn't already bring him to trial, I think he would have probably gotten some serious trouble.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking fact. So he definitely does have some words of wisdom to these young kids. Don't talk that talk, bro. Don't talk that talk. Yeah, man. I also
you stay the fuck away from Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Really see?
Stay away from all of them, bro.
Stay away from
He said, first off, stay the fuck away from Bill Cosby. You need to be around niggas that know what they're doing. Like,
yeah, get Charlamagne to mentor you. You be fine.
Don't learn from me.
But it's crazy. And I think, too, if we're talking about, like, the whole Thug thing, too, man, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's kind of like, I think now with drill rap, wasn't doing too much or did a little, and then he had, like, rough people around him. Now it's like you're having the person that was doing a lot of shit, and then they become the rapper, and then they're now, where it's like the drugs stopped being the racket and the rap started being the racket.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, all right, this is how we're going to pay for everything. This is how we're going to pay for the drugs. We're going to pay for this. We're going to pay for that. All through me spitting these hot ass bars. And it's cool. It's cool if you like the motherfucker and you listen to the music and the music sounds hot. But once you get there, once the cops start knocking, it's a whole different ball game, bro. And but back to this Black Lives Matter shit, man. I mean, I just wish they had a couple wiretaps on them.
Yeah. I wanted to add to something that you said earlier. Moxy was like, I think you said like, how could this change, or like how this is gonna like end up? Like I believe like if they like basically like just shut down this whole organization. Like Moxy said, like you know, another one is gonna come up, but nobody's gonna take it serious. It sounds sad though, but nobody's gonna take it serious unless there's like a martyr, unless there's like a Martin Luther King, you know what I mean?
But
Malcolm X, those type of dudes that are actually gonna die for the.
That person will be a martyr, but I think even the organization that they're a part of won't really survive. The thing about like Black Lives Matter again is I think they had the perfect type of people doing it.
Yeah.
Where you had these women, number one, which is a big thing, who are very feminist, which is another big thing. It's already these things that fit a lot in white circles. Not saying that black people can't be feminists, you know what I mean? Like I believe in like women's rights and all sorts of shit. I mean, fuck Roe v. Wade and all that. What they're trying to do now, like let's just make that clear. All right, if it wasn't for Roe v. Wade, I'd have a lot of babies out in these streets. Okay, I'm a fan. Fucking fuck all that shit. But the fact is, I think. What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. PG on your. You gotta get deep into it, but I don't know if you read that whole opinion. Shout out to Judge Alito. He said y'all gotta understand the people that wrote the bill for Roe v. Wade made comments and had intentions of suppressing the black community. This nigga actually said it in his opinion, dogs. Mm-hmm. Judge Alito actually said that, but they didn't get rid of that for us. They got rid of that dude. The spirit behind them getting rid of Roe v. Wade is the spirit behind that dude that came up here and did this shit in Buffalo. They feel like the white population here in this country is depleting. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why they passed that joint right there. I actually do feel like their population is going down. Shout out to my nigga right on the panel right now. The Latinos, they about to be
what up, Will Perez?
They about to have the highest voting power. They're about to have the highest voting power in the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So they're seeing that, and it's like, if we gonna keep this shit the way it is, nah, man. Some of y'all bitches gonna have to start actually having these kids. You know what I'm
saying? That's I would love to hear Supreme Court. I think you're totally right. I think it is population control sort of issue, but I think it even brings into a more interesting issue, right? Where you're right. I think they do think like the white population is depleting, and they want to change that. But even on top of that, right? You think about it, right? And it's like, you know, with black people, with Hispanic people, with Asian people, whatever, right? If they're a drop, like if a white person has sex with one of those people and they have a child, if that child is a drop of another race, they are now that other race.
Yep.
Whereas with us and anybody else, if we have sex with a white person and they're, you know what I mean? It's like they're black, they're Asian, you know, whatever. You know, you have a half white, half black kid, that kid's a black kid. You know, so I think they also maybe need to, start looking at things a little differently. Yeah. You know, I think the one drop rule was kind of their demise. You know, because it's over time, every nigga's going to have a little bit of a drop. And now you're going to have a million people who aren't white, but meanwhile they are. You see what I'm saying?
I was going to say that because the thing about it is these kids, they want them to choose labels, but society don't treat these half black, half white kids like they black. They treat them like they mixed. White people don't treat them like they white, and blacks don't treat them. Do they get treated like they black? Or whatever the case, they're gonna be like, nah. What it is creating their own, like mulattoes. Yeah, it's their own race.
Well, I think I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of I think it goes by case. You know what I mean? Who's half white, no matter what other race you are. If you're half white, there's a high possibility that you're probably gonna be in more of like a suburban area, interact with other people of your race. Like I'm full black, and I even had that problem where. You know, I grew up around so many different types of white people that, you know, there was a decent amount of black people and shit in my town, but like you just didn't know how to, you know, I don't know, shit just like, you know, certain people, it was also back in the day too. So like, you know, I think a lot of people attributed like black with like bravado. Everybody was into like, oh, I'm blood. Meanwhile, it's like, bro, you're in like a suburban fucking town. Like, what are you talking about? So it's like, I'm not like that. But I also don't like these white people. So I think they get caught in that. And I think a lot of times, because there's just simply more white people, it's a little bit easier to kind of just ride with them until, you know, things start going sideways, which they definitely tend tend to, whether you're a full-blooded minority or a half one. Some shit always comes to a head. Yeah, sure, you're gonna have, you can be half black and you're gonna go someplace and some dude's gonna be like, oh, you fucking, I bet you listen to Garth Brooks. Some shit, you know what I mean? Sure, there's gonna be a nigga that says that. Yes, there is gonna be one. But the minute the cop comes over, he's not gonna tell you to talk to the cop because he knows what you look like.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my thought. But yo, I hate to cut this short, but the fucking battery's fucking dying. I don't have a have a second one. This is such a dope fucking conversation though.
Damn.
This nigga was nervous to come on here. I was like, bro, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be a lot of jokes, a lot of serious shit, but a lot of jokes, and this is gonna be fun as fuck.
I wanted to talk more. I was gonna add about that, but damn.
I'll have you on again though.
Yeah,
I'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah.
But yo, Moxy, we're about to sign off and everything for the podcast. I just want to say thank you so much for being on, bro. I really appreciate it.
Definitely.
It's all good, man. Thanks for the invite. It was a lot of fun, man.
Hell yeah, man. I love you, dog. And peace out. Peace to everybody living out in Buffalo, man.
Yeah.
Shit is tough right now, but stay up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here in a couple hours. So,
It's like, I'm gone. I already got the Uber, nigga. We already.
Oh, man.
but yo, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for everybody for listening.
Definitely.
This has been the False Prophets podcast. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.